Wasn't a great job was the last 48 hours for one Ben Volin. Just a recap. So Ben Volin went on NBC Sports Boston on a Monday night, gave an opinion that he feels like Mac Jones needed to be humbled. Well, he backed that up Monday, or Tuesday, I should say. Actually, Wednesday. Tuesday. I'm all confused which day it was. Anyways, went on the Greg Hill show and kind of turned his opinion more into a story when he started mentioning sources, in particular DMs. Real quick, this is what it sounded like.
You reported this, then you got mad at the kerfuffle that created it, and then you said that someone that doesn't cover the team sent you a DM, meaning it's likely related to the team, that Mac needed an attitude adjustment. Now you're sounding like Adam Schefter saying it wasn't a report. It is a report. You're a reporter, and that's really interesting information if that's true.
Well, do with it what you want. Call it a report, do what you want. I'm just telling you, it's not like anything I'm going to go like splashing all over the pages of the Boston Globe today. I'm just further illuminating stuff that I've heard.
Stuff that I heard. And he references a DM. Somebody came in his DMs and kind of confirmed it. That, it wasn't somebody that covered the team. Greg even asked him, is it some rando? And he just sort of moved on, do with what you want with it. And, it turns out that it looks like yesterday we were talking about, like, there's no way he could have went off this. Has to have been another DM, right? He's not this dumb. He wouldn't have done it. Well, he tweeted out this morning. And he said, Ben Volin tweets out, "Hey, everybody, just wanted to acknowledge that I made a mistake Wednesday on WEEI. I should have not spoken of a DM without vetting it first. No excuses. It won't happen again. I appreciate the feedback and comments I've received." I'm sure he appreciates them. That's like Bill Belichick. I appreciate the question.
And Phil, I appreciate the opportunity, though.
Would the feedback be like all the nasty, negative like tweets and direct messages and all that stuff that he probably received?
So
I don't think he really appreciates it.
So Volin had an opinion.
Go ask yourself, hey, I appreciate the information.
Yeah, took some random DM and felt like it solidified his opinion, used it as a source, and it really was the dude who duped him. That's really what he went off of when he said it on the radio. And I know he didn't plaster it all over the globe. But, is that thing have, over 100,000 views yet? People everywhere. It was trending everywhere.
It's really wild.
It's a bad look for Ben Volin.
It's really bad.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, no, and I would like to think that this is kind of it. Like, is it the 24-hour, 48-hour news cycle? Will this be it? Is it something else replaces it, and now nobody's talking about it?
Well, you're going to talk about it today because there's tweets today.
I know, because that's my point. So is this it? So, for stuff like this, do you get actually over this? Like, if you're a reporter, if you're pretty much held to your, if you're held to your word, like, is it? It's a stupid question.
He's a habitual line stepper, is what it is.
He's a habitual line stepper.
A habitual line stepper.
Okay.
My middle name is Rhythm.
He steps. He toes the line about: is this a report? Is this not a report? Is this real? Is it not? Is it a rumor? And when you're supposed to be somebody who's around the team all the time, I think you're not setting yourself up to be in a good place if you're playing fast and loose with something like that. For him to go off that DM so loosely,
it's careless.
Lazy. It's lazy, right?
It's not even lazy. It's like because he knows that that'll blow up. He knows that going on the radio in the morning on the Marconia winning program is going to blow up. Like, Curtis is even saying to him, trying to give him out, hey, this story is going to blow up. As soon as we post this is going to blow up. And he's like, hey, you call it what you want, a report, what you want. Ugh.
You know what's actually interesting to me is like how much I feel like so many these other guys that cover the Patriots like just don't like him. I feel like they just don't like him.
Well, they definitely distance themselves from this.
No, I don't care. I don't think there's a line that we can't cross with this. We're not like I'm just saying.
It seems
I just feel
very
like it's
personal, right?
No, yes, thank you, Tyler. It does feel.
Is he the Pete
like
Abraham of the beat?
It makes
waiting for our opportunity.
Yes, he is.
Here we got.
Lou, first of all, he is.
Pete Abraham of the beat.
I have no personal problem with Ben. I don't know Ben that well, but crap like this makes the guys trying to do it and the girls trying to do it, ladies trying to do it the right way. It makes their job that much harder.
I'll say this. You mentioned it with Ben. We had Ben on every single Tuesday this year, like last year, rather.
Yeah.
And I like Ben Volin. We had him in there. We used to have a good time with him. He screwed up. There's no question about it. And, like I meant, I don't know if he's Pete Abraham of the beat, of the Patriots or whatever. I don't know. I liked him. He screwed up bad. And I don't know what happens now with him. I know people are like, I can't believe you defended. Well, I can't believe you defended anybody from the Globe. It's
Sounds
like,
familiar.
yeah, and it's like, there's certain people I will never defend. There's certain people that I will never defend.
Don't people know I'm the princess of MAGA?
There's maggot.
But am I not supposed to
One
like?
week you're the princess of MAGA, the next week you're getting dragged.
But it's like, am I not supposed to like Alex Spear? Like, there's people I will never defend over there. However, with Ben, you screwed up. Now, and I don't know. You asked, like, do you ever get away from it? I think in that job, it's tough. Like, we had a caller yesterday wanting John Tomasi's head on a platter.
Still.
He wanted him dead.
Guys,
the guy yesterday.
That was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
14
Still
years
talking
ago.
about Borges.
He
So I
doesn't
think this
even
is tough
cover
for him.
football
And this,
anymore.
even though this isn't like
baseball.
a Globe story, you know what I mean, as far as on whatever, but it's in that profession, I think it's hard on him. I think it's credibility. I think it's hard on him.
To me, it's just part of the whole. Here, when you say you're talking about, playing fast and loose with the rules, and it also feel like there's this competition that goes along with being the first guy to get the story out, get the first person to get the retweet that affects the story or that is related to the story, so you can be credit for it. To me, that's the real sickness. That is the real sickness, because I feel like it's more lazy than anything. I want to hurry up and press send. I want to hurry up and tell my story. I want to show that I'm more tied in than I really am, because I don't really think he is tied in. I don't, and I know all these reporters all have like a guy. They all have a guy. I don't think they all have the same guy. I think they all have different guys.
Sources, you mean?
Sources, yeah, sources. I feel like they all do. And there's then one guy gets it, and another guy gets it. What did you hear? What did you hear from your guy? This is what I heard from my guy. Now, sometimes I do wonder, is it the same guy?
Yeah. Mego, let me ask you, if you're the Globe, what happens?
What happens now?
What do you do? I mean, it wasn't really on Globe. It was on WEEI.
Like if
It
I'm
was a
the
video,
Globe,
but he's
or
one of your
what the
employers.
Globe's going to do? Because
Yeah,
I think
he's
this
a
is
credible
getting
reporter.
misconstrued in some areas.
No, I'm just saying, if you're the Globe, like, he's a credible reporter for you, and he comes out and he's like, by the way, I made a mistake.
I'm telling
I ran
you,
some rando DM.
the Globe, I do not think is going to take action against him. I don't think that they will. Other papers, the paper that I worked at, I think it would be I know it would be a different case, but in every institution is different. And I think that if you say something publicly on the airwaves somewhere and you're representing yourself as a reporter who's covering the team, then you should act like a reporter. But we see, as I have said before, we see other people do this habitual line stepping. Adam Schefter does the same thing. He goes on one show and he says it's not a report, and then he goes off and he says something else.
See, my biggest issue is that if you're Adam Schefter, you cannot be on these platform shows where you're giving opinion, because it's obviously influenced by information that was shared with you. So you're going to be a little bit better.
Oh, that's what we assume.
I think you're going to get caught up in it. I know you say that's what you assume, but he talks to people all the time. So if he's on a debate show.
You talking about
Schefter. Like, I feel like all these guys, either you're an insider or you're like an opinion-driven reporter.
What I'm saying
on
is,
one
like,
of these
some of those
shows.
guys in the opinion shows, they have strong opinions. That's why they're on them.
The guys don't ski for the season.
And they still don't know people, right? They still have connections, whatever it is. But when Schefty gets into an opinion debate with just opinion, you look at his like he knows something.
Yes.
The reason why he's saying that is because it's information. And when it's really just an opinion, he gets in trouble. We're like, dude, we assumed.
Yeah.
Given who you are, we
But
assumed
Volin also has
that you knew what you're talking about.
He has the weirdest job at
Hair?
the Globe.
Oh.
That I don't. Yes, that too. No, but I actually don't understand what his job is.
Is he on the beat?
He's not a beat guy per se. Like he's not there every day. Like Jim McBride is the beat guy who's there every day. Nicole Yang is their other beat reporter who
is he the Patriots
who's
columnist?
also a features writer. She writes great features. And then they have Gasper as their main columnist. I don't know what his job is. So it's hard to say how he should conduct himself, because it seems to be this really murky area. I have no clue. I don't know.
Something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's about long snapping, actually.
Maybe somebody else from the Globe could call. Maybe like Chad Finn could tell us, or somebody. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what his job is.
Well, who knows? I don't usually do this, but I want to go to this right now because I want to move on.
Oh, great.
I feel like this is
We go to Billy in Manchester. Could be. Let's go, Billy. What do you got?
Yeah, it's the same one from many years ago that hasn't called in a while. This Mego, I want to know the very, very, very high standards of the Globe. Do you still believe that?
Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, babe. Hey, Billy, if you ever work in a newsroom, you can come back to me and we can talk.
Yeah.